Hola Colchoneros, welcome to Atleti Fanatics, and we are back with I don't know what to say. Like it was like a mid kind of performance because Valencia they've been struggling throughout the season, but like in this match they almost dominated us for like the entire 60 70 minutes. They had like the most possession. They had a much better final third passes as well. And we've been struggling in this match from the first minute to I think, the last, if I would say. But somehow, yeah, like we won this match for sure. But again, it wasn't an easy match at all. Maybe we were tired because of the match against PSV. That can be the reason. But I don't know because we took a step back from the first minute as well, and like we were threatening Valencia not very often. Valencia had much more possession than us for sure, but we got the job done for sure. 3 points, good. Final home game of the match. Again, 3 points, good. But the way we achieved it, am I happy? Not really, but I'm happy for the 3 points. Yes. Your initial thoughts, Saint Cakes. Let's start with you.
Oh, nice. Uh, yeah, I think the same thing. I think when we break down the differences, we'll talk about a few specific players. I won't talk too much. I already talked about what I had to talk about both in the preview and in the PSV game. Um, but yeah, it was a predictable outcome knowing what we got from the lineup. Like Simeone is forcing. He's the kid puzzles where you have like you try and teach kids shapes. He's putting like a square in the circle hole. Like stop doing it. It's not working. Switch it up. That's basically what it is. That's all I have to say. Fran, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I didn't like the game. When you see the lineup, you know what you're going to get, because well, it's clear that the things that we're going to see. But no, I didn't really like the game very much. I didn't think we played very well. We allowed Valencia to have control most of the time, and I don't think we created much danger. But well, we won. We won, so that's good. We have to talk about Pubill because
He's
this is
brilliant.
the greatest player in the team. It's funny because when I was thinking when we brought him, I was thinking about him as a really good ball playing right back, But now his defensive skills are really the ones that are highlighted because he's been our best defender, and
You know,
that's really
one
good.
thing, I'm sorry, friend. One thing I really want to mention before you continue, like people were making fun of us. Like we bought a Segunda Division player for 17, 15 million. People were making fun of us. Atleti is spending 15 to 17 million for a player like who's playing in Segunda Division. And Marc Pubill, again, like for me, he was the man of the match for sure. 100% he was the
He
man
was
of the
the
match.
actual man of the
But
match as well. Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
exactly, he was. But like I'm saying, like like people were making fun of us, and like now they see, like Diego Simeone said, like in the interview as well, like Marc Pubil will be in the Spanish national team sooner or later. He will be in the Spanish national team, and that's good to see. And we talked about this in the preview as well. Marc Pubil from now on, Marc Pubil, you can't just rot him on the bench. He has to play. I don't care. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. He has to play. You can't rot him on the bench.
That's not part of the deal, buddy.
Well, but
There's three
But
subs that
yeah,
are mandatory, right?
true.
Either Molina starts or he is subbed on for 30 minutes.
yeah,
Either
but
Solat starts or he's subbed on for 30 minutes. Or
True.
Gallagher
But
starts or he's subbed on for 30
I'll
minutes.
let Fran
Games.
continue. Yeah, Fran, sorry. Go
no,
on. Continue.
no, but I agree that like Pubil has to play. But what happens when you have Jimenez, Lenormand, and Hansko all available? What
Mhm.
does Simeone do?
Even if
Uh,
like if even if Laurent is available, if Simeone chooses to play Molina over Marc Kupil, like that's not
yeah, like
reasonable at all.
he has been
Your
playing
comments
because
will be
others are
closer
injured.
to our side, Alex. Your comment to us.
No, but the game. Well, I at halftime I was really surprised because he was taking off Molina. Like he wasn't playing good, Molina. Valencia pretty much were attacking
Exclusively
on
on
that
him.
side. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So he wasn't playing well, but he sucked him off. That was amazing. But then the three other changes that he made no sense. No
Absolutely
sense.
terrorized us.
Yeah, yeah,
we,
yeah.
we'll talk.
Because
We'll
we'll
talk
talk about
about
that
it
later.
because
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we'll talk about it for sure. Yes. But initial thoughts for the entire match.
Not that good. At least we won, but Valencia aren't the best side, and we didn't really impose ourselves, especially at home. Valencia are pretty much close to relegation, and we let them play, And yeah, it could be that the players were tired. I mean, considering the lineup, I wasn't expecting much different, no? You have Molina, Nico Gonzalez, Sorlot. Those are the players I don't expect to see much from, even if they sort of scores or something like that. But I like that Julian Alvarez did look more participate more, as he had Sorlot there, Sorlot could play as the guy who just stands there up top. So Julian came down a lot, especially when Nico Gonzalez attacked the channels. What Baena does, that he attacks the channels. Nico Gonzalez did that a lot today, and Julian tended to drop deep to cover those spaces, and I like that. But overall, not a great game.
True. I mean, like we discussed about this as well in the preview of the match. Same case, like we had the same lineup for this match as well, and again, like the lineup that was played in this match was the same lineup which we discussed. And now the question was, I think I don't know, like how to say this. Like maybe we were tired because we pressed PSV for almost 70-80 minutes because Julian Alvarez, like you mentioned, like he again like linking up play and everything was good, but again I don't think like Julian Alvarez was really good today because he lost many passes, he lost duels as well, and for me Julian Alvarez didn't really have a good game. And then you can argue about like the thing like Simone subbed him off like for like the around 60th minute or so, but sure. But I think like Barrios, Julian Alvarez, they were tired. And one of the moments where Barrios, like Koke played a very good ball in the second half to Pablo Barrios, and like 9 out of 10 times, Barrios controls it perfectly, which he did, but like, he doesn't fumble, which he did today. And that comes out of tiredness because again like most of the fans see like just the previous match, they don't see what's happening in the training as well. Like you do get tired in training as well because again like you're training and like the intensity is strong as well. So maybe that's why like Barrios didn't really made much out of it. But like if Barrios was like not really tired, I think that ball would have contributed in a goal for sure. But I'm saying is like I think our players were tired, like Julian Alvarez, Barrios, and there were a few more. And again, like I said, like Nico Gonzalez, like again, I would come back to the topic, like what, like 35 million for a player. Again, I'll come back to this. Last season, we had Samolino, Rodrigo Riquelme. Now, Rodrigo Riquelme was not performing well for sure. Samolino was there for sure, but then physically Samolino was lacking. So what we started to do was we played Conor Gallagher on the left midfield position in the important matches. And then now you bring in a player which is almost doing the same thing as Conor Gallagher. Now, do you really want to play 35? Oh, sorry, do you really want to pay 35 million for a player for literally the same thing what Conor Gallagher was doing?
Yeah,
Now, this is
and he the clause I think he has to play like 11 more games, and the clause is activated.
True.
think
Look, Nico Gonzalez is not really like he's not really affecting anything offensively. Defensively, yes, you can say. Like it really irritates me. Like
can't
when
even say
someone
that.
like from like let's say St. Keys, like the ball is coming from Juliano Simeres on the right hand side. Juliano plays it to Barrios, Koke, whatever. Plays it to Alvarez. Now, where do you see Nico Gonzalez? Is he on the wing, touching the high line? No, he's literally in the midfield. So, like, he's not really helping us stretch the opposition. Either Ruggeri or David Hansko, whoever is playing the left back, they are helping us stretching the play. But Nico Gonzalez is on the midfield position. So, like, if you really want to pay 35 million for a player like that, we already have Conor Gallagher who played in that same position last season.
And you wanted to
So,
upgrade on that same position last season.
ex- exactly. So, like, I don't really get this. I seriously don't get this. Like, I can argue, like, yes, like the first two matches, Nico Gonzalez was brilliant for sure. I'm not denying that. But, like, after that, like, it has been the same. Conor Gallagher can play in that position. And we bought Conor Gallagher for almost the same price as Nico Gonzalez. Like, do you really want to pay 35 million for a player like this, which we already have in our bench?
I
Like,
I get what you're saying. I understand because it's like you so it's like you don't get the best out of so last season as you said we had Lino and Gallagher who effectively the main two on our position. Lino had a down year, Gallagher was alright, but that's not really his position either. You want an improvement. We get Baena. Baena's a clear improvement. Okay, Baena's injured. Almada was pretty decent there, but for whatever reason he's not playing. Right? Nico doesn't really improve on the last two options, so then why are you playing? Like, what is it tactically do you get out of it? He's not in the wing. It's not necessarily helping with the build up. We saw in the game actually, Ruggeri had a really rough time against who was it, boy? Thierry Correa. Correa was comfortable against Ruggeri and vice versa. Luckily for them, luckily for us, it didn't happen enough. Like they didn't go over that side a lot, but they did decide to go on that our left hand side, they will beat in Ruggeri. And so it's like, okay, well, Ruggeri can't handle this one on one. Please turn back and help out in a 2v1, like what Giuliano's doing on the opposite flank. Doesn't make sense, not happening. I'm not sure I understand it. I've said it already. I don't want to talk too much on him. But more so, the frustration isn't that that's happening. It's like, do you at least get the build up? Do you at least get the runs? Do you at least get something out of this? Same thing with Molina. You saw the difference in the level of our build up as soon as Molina came off in the second half. For that 10 minutes before those other three subs, completely Atleti ball. Nothing, no if buts or maybe. Valencia barely getting into our own half. We're having a good time. And to me, it makes three subs that make no sense to me. And we go right back to nonsense. Literally, they score right afterwards too. So
again, I mean, we'll talk about this in the second half for sure. Yeah, in the second half. But yeah, the first half I'm still saying is again, like you mentioned the first half. Like the first half, Ruggeri for me, first half, like you mentioned, like Theory, like he had a very good game against Ruggeri. Like I remember the first few minutes where Theory literally nutmegged him, went into the box and like created a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Second half, Ruggeri was a different player. But first half, Ruggeri, again, different player. Like, second half, Ruggeri was much better. But again, like, like when you play against good teams, first half, you're going to get yourself killed against good teams. And again,
that's
like the
suggestion though. Like, if you see that your fullback is having problems, instinctively, as as your winger, you're supposed to come back and help him out.
True, and again, that's I said, like Nico Gonzalez is much more like a hard worker in the team. Like he's not really providing us on the offensive part. He's there for like the pressing. He's there for the duels. He's for the defending as well. And just now, the news has come in from Pedro Fulana, who's again a very good journalist for Atlético Madrid. He said Atletico's priority for the winter transfer market is a left back. neither Javi Galan or Ruggeri has convinced the board for the left back. And for winter transfer market, we might see a new left back for Atletico de Madrid. We might. This is
I,
what the latest thing has come
Should
out.
not be a priority. We need a midfield.
yeah, and I don't think it's going to happen. We have like what 3, 4. We have like 7 players for that left wing. That's going back to something you said before, that it's something I don't quite understand. Okay, you said we had Lino and Gallagher and we wanted an improvement, which is true. So we bought Almada and Baena. Yeah. Okay, let's suppose we count Baena as a 10-second striker or even a deeper midfielder. So now we have Gallagher and Almada on that left side. So why are we bringing Nico Gonzalez to play on that left side? We already have 3 players that can play on that left side, and we're bringing a 4th. It doesn't make more sense if Nico Gonzalez comes to play on that right-hand side and leave the players that we have for that left-hand side already. Like we could have seen Almada today on that left side, and it would have been better probably. But it's sort of like he was brought to play on the left-hand side, and we didn't need that at all.
No, Fran. The thing is, Fran. Like, okay, I'll ask you this question. Like, the first half. Like, what do you think? Like the theory, like he had Nico Gonzalez and he had Mateo Ruggeri. He did ran over us. Like he was so comfortable on that right hand side, Valencia.
Yeah, but the thing here we're saying is, okay, Ruggeri had problems. Nico Gonzalez could have been there to help him. You know, that's what the main topic. Typically, we were playing in a 5-3-2 in defense, and Ruggeri was pretty much alone on that left side. Nico Gonzalez could have helped a bit more, which is the what we're saying here. You know, why are you as a winger do not instinctively cover for your left back, knowing it is Simeone, your manager? I doubt Simeone said, "No, Nico, don't cover." No, it's Simeone. So. Yeah, I think Nico Gonzalez has a clear issue there.
Yeah.
I
like
Ruggeri. I like Ruggeri
yes,
today.
like for me,
but on the ball.
no defensively, like yes. Again, like I said, like first half Ruggeri and second half Ruggeri. Again, 2 different players we're talking about. First half Ruggeri wasn't that good. Second half Ruggeri was very good. So again, like if you're telling me like like Simone already don't trust you enough, and like you just giving him excuses to like not play you again, and then the worst thing is again Longley coming back to the centre back position, and that David Hansko shifted into the left back. So Ruggeri is getting the chance, and I think he should make the most of it. Which I think Ruggeri is not really doing that. He really need to work on it. That's what I'm saying. He has to like. For example, Marc Pubill, like he's getting the chance, and like he is actually like showing the potential he has. And I'm telling you now, like you can't like Simeone would have a very hard time to put Marc Pubill on the bench, or even give him like he had to give him some minutes for sure. Like after the performances he had.
For the year, though. He like we had options. Like for a large part of the season, we had the option of playing Pubill, because either Llorente was needed to be further forward to change a different aspect, or we had a centre-back issue, or anything. Jimenez has been injured for a large part of the season. We had options. With this, it's clear to you that Pubill could have played earlier in the season. It's clear to me as well that Pubill has shown a decent level. Why did Pubill not play against Barcelona? Why did he not play against?
True. But the thing is now, Simeone actually trusts him now. That's what I've changed. Simeone actually trusts Marc Pubill now. This is what I feel like, and again,
okay,
but yeah, so yeah,
again, what's going to happen when you have Llorente, Pubill, Jimenez, Lenormand, and Hansko? Is Hansko going to get relegated to left back?
No. Again, look, like you mentioned, Fran, like something extraordinary happened today. Molina gets subbed off in the 45 minutes, which you see rarely. Pubill shifted to right back. So maybe it can be a change for the future as well. Maybe I hope. I
Yeah,
really
but
really hope. Is the
Llorente is going to play at right back
Correct.
when he's fit.
This is good.
Hansko is probably if all center backs are available. I think Hansko is going to get relegated to left back, probably.
It's going to piss me off a little bit.
Yes, but that's probably what's going to happen to leave space for Jimenez, Lenormand, and Pubill at center back. Probably even Lengle también, as well. So is Pubill going to get much game time when Lenormand and Jimenez are back? I wish, but is he going to?
no, but the like we've discussed this so many times. Like the second half comes in, and like now Molina is like one of the substitutes that is like you can bet on it. Like it's gonna happen. But now what I'm saying is like Simeone actually trusts Marc Pubill. So maybe we'll see Marc Pubill over Nahuel Molina now.
Yeah, I just don't want
If-
to see Pubill as a backup.
Yeah, but again, like you can't start him over Robin Lomant. You can't start him over Jimenez. You can't start him over David Hansko. You can't start him over Marcus Llorente.
I actually don't
Yeah.
mind him starting over Lenormand.
He is a player. Remember when we talked about
You know, like he just said, "Oh shit!" before he just like went down.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, go on, Fran. You can continue. You can.
No, I was going to say that I don't really mind Pubill starting over Lenormand. I am not a huge Lenormand fan, but yeah, I don't think we lose that much quality.
True, but I think like Robin Loman, like Simeone actually trusts the players like who have experience. Like Robin Loman is like the Spanish international. For me, I would like really say like if Simeone wants to change to the back three, this is the perfect time. Marc Pubill is there, Robin Loman is there, Jimenez would come back soon. David
Yeah.
Hansko is there as well. So if you want to change to back three, this is the perfect time. You have all the players available for changing the
Yeah,
formation
and-
as well.
And Pubill, we haven't seen it so far, but Pubill at Almeria was usually a right back who liked to push forward, even if it's on the wing or through midfield. But he used to push forward quite a lot. He didn't used to play as a center back, so maybe we can see more of that as well.
True, like we don't know it yet, like when everyone would be fit. Like let's see how it starts. But as of now, Marc Pubill is starting for Atletico de Madrid, which I really like. And like he played the full 90 minutes as well, even though he shifted the position to right back as well.
And
which
he
is good to
created
see.
an
He
incredible
cre-
chance.
Yeah, exactly. We'll talk about the first half right now. So let's just talk about like the first minute. Let's say the first couple of minutes. Giuliano, what are you doing with the pass to Higuaín? Literally,
Molina.
that was Giuliano. That was not Molina. That was Giuliano. That passed to Higuaín. That was Giuliano, and then again he created a chance for Valencia out of nothing, and then Higuaín hit the post. And then I thought Molina as well. And then I saw Giuliano. I was like, oh shit, oh, it's Giuliano. I have to calm a little bit. Because for Molina, I would have like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I saw Giuliano, I was like, okay. Okay, I have to calm down myself a bit. But again, like, like you can't really do that. Like Giuliano before the injury was very, very good. After the injury, again, he's lacking in the final third as well. I think that he has to, like get back to his form. It'll take time for sure. Hopefully soon after the Christmas break and whatever. But yeah, again, like I said, like like the way we started against PSV, we didn't start the game same against Valencia. Valencia had most possession in the first half. We were just sitting back and like trying to like create chances from passes and whatever. But like we didn't really press them that much in the first half. And like I said, Ruggeri in the first half was not really good. Both of our fullbacks in the first half, they weren't really good. But
Be careful
but
with
in
that
second,
statement, though, because when you say it like that, it almost sounds like Jerry was on the same level as Molina, who was actually a
but I mean, like first half mostly yes, but second half Ruggeri improved. Yes, second half Ruggeri was very very good.
Yes,
But
but
first half,
I
no.
just saying that because I don't know if it's that Molina was. It's weird that he's playing so much, knowing that teams regularly target him. Like
Mm.
that's like if everybody if you know that, right? If me and you know this, if Simeone knows this, if Simeone is subbing you off, and quote unquote, what did you say? Pedro, what is his name? Let me make sure I got this right. Pedro Fulana says that we're not satisfied with Ruggieri, right? What? How are you satisfied? We said just yesterday you're satisfied with Molina and his level is good enough. He's worse. He's much worse. That doesn't make
True,
sense.
true. That's why we substituted him in the first half, and that's one of the best decisions Simeone made in the
But
first
he's
half.
started.
To su-
Yes.
but again, we don't really have option. I think like our medical
We
team
have
was like
academy and we
like
have
no
field.
no like the thing was like okay, like if you want to start Robin in a month, like you have to be easy with them. We still haven't seen Johnny Cardoso. For me, like the Barrios for Almada in substitution for the second half, well, I was like, what the fuck? Like Johnny Cardoso is sitting there in the bench, and then after the substitution you made, like you concede the equalizer as well. So Johnny Cardoso for me like the best substitution for Paulo Barrios in that moment. But anyway, it happened. But I'm saying right now is like Simeone made the right choice with Molina for sure. That one substitution he made it right. Now Molina for sure, and Marc Pubill shifting to right back. That was a very good decision he made. But again, Ruggieri we saw in the second half was much better than the Ruggieri we saw in the first half. I
Mhm.
think you both will agree on that one as well.
But
So
you know what the real problem in the first half was is because we couldn't build up. We were struggling. Even you're talking about the pressing, which true we weren't pressing, and I can understand because you're saying as we say we were tired. But it's like our main form of build up comes from the right hand side. Usually Llorente, Barrios, and Giuliano are so good at being able to come, bait out press, and then also create chances from that motion and then have the off the ball runs with Giuliano. All of a sudden you're in a counter attack like that. With Molina, it was like every time, even if he didn't necessarily make a directly bad pass, you're not positioning yourself to receive afterwards. So all of a sudden, it's instead of it being a 3v2 or 3v3, it's now a 2v2 or even a 2v3 against Valencia because Molina is either behind a Valencia player for some reason or he's on the wing. It's like think for a second because we need you here because this is an important position for Atletico. And the entire first half, I barely got to see Solot. I barely got to see Alvarez as a direct result of the fact that we could not build on into our own half. We got a lucky goal from a corner, surprise. But besides that, we didn't really have a lot of chances on goal. Did you remember? Like we had a Solot 1v1 chance from a whose pass was it? Nico Alvarez, who was it?
it was Alvarez again. It hit his chest.
No,
It
was
fell to.
wasn't
No.
That
Barrios.
was no, that was the first
No. It
barrier.
was
Right? The first one was
Julian
barrier.
Alvarez. No.
The
It
second
was
was
Julian
Alvarez.
Alvarez. It was
No,
Julian Alvarez. Like it
the
hit his chest. It fell to Sorloth. Sorloth net met the defender,
yes.
and he created the chance for himself, which
And
I
he
think
struck right.
he should have finished. He should have finished for sure. But I think like for sure he should have finished for sure. But he missed it. Fine. But for me, Sorloth had a very good game again. But we'll talk about it in the second half. But anyway,
That
you were
was the
talking about the
first
first.
half. So it's like, okay, so we had two chances with Sola. Barrios made a good ball to Sola, and then the second one was good pressing from Alvarez, and then Sola gets the ball and he has his one-on-one, right? What else did we create in that first half?
Nothing else. Nothing else.
Like you, we've talked all about the different players and all these other things, but there's a genuine thing where you have to sit down and be like, okay, Valencia coming into this game is 3 points off the relegation. This is their best form so far in the season, and the best form is 3 draws and 2 wins in 5 games. We are comfortably being dominated for 45 minutes. That can't be right. They scored on us, actually. If it wasn't for an offside, we would have been in a much worse situation where we're 1-1 into the second half. And it's like, if we didn't even make that substitute that Simeone had to make because we realized, okay, you can't just you can't skip by again like it was against PSV, right? You sit down and you start to realize, okay, if there are clear problems in certain key areas, we're going to suffer. The entire half we suffered as a result of the starting lineup. Right? I Solat in the first half was alright. He really should have at least scored one of those two 1v1s that he got, but whatever. I don't expect anything from him. He wasn't great in Tuesday pressing, but whatever. Again, don't expect anything from him. He did the bare minimum today. Props. I expect more. I've seen Luis Suarez in my club.
I don't know if he did bare minimum. I mean, you said that we a lot of times we build up with Llorente and Juliano and we do good stuff. But now that Molina is here, we aren't doing quite as well. But there were plenty of times where we went long with Sorloth, and Sorloth just doesn't have that in him, and we lost good chances out of that. So I am not going to mark that as bare minimum.
No, the only criticism I have of Sorloth is like him going with power, not with precision. That's the only.
That's the only criticism.
Yes, for me. I mean, second half. Did you see the second half? Like, did you see how he pressed? For me, if you're saying like bare minimum, like okay, fine. Like okay, I'll like we'll talk about it in the second half for sure. Like I'll bring it up right now only. Fine. Like I'll bring it up right now only. Like fuck, I have to bring this. I have to bring this right now. Okay, tell me. No, hang on. Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Past two games.
Right.
Who had a better game as a forward, Sorloth or Julian Alvarez? Tell me.
Why are you living? It's 2 games, buddy.
Yeah.
Past two games. Past two games. No. Past two games. I'm past two games. I'm just saying
Okay.
past two games.
Past
Past
two
two
games?
games.
I think Alvarez was better this game, but Solat was head and shoulders better the last game.
The
No.
last two games.
Again, this game as well. This game as well. I'm
Are you
mentioning
counting
No,
another
no,
game
no.
besides this?
this
Today-
game. Are you
today
telling me
Alvarez.
Alvarez is
Today
better than
Alvarez.
Sorloth?
Yes.
Really?
Today, yes.
Are you sure?
Today.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Like I'm really no. I don't think so. I think Julian Alvarez had a very like I don't think like he had a bad game, but like he had a decent game. But Sorloth had a better game than Julian Alvarez for sure.
I don't
For
think-
me, yes. Yes, he
It's
did.
not even
He
close.
did. He did. Julian Alvarez lost the ball so many times. He lost the possession so many times. And again, Julian Alvarez like touches in the opposition box was I don't think like he made any touch in the opposition box as well
But
in today's game.
yeah, but today he was playing much deeper than usual, and he
Because
did
of the
quite
other
well
foot.
with the goal.
Yeah,
he did
again,
quite well with the
no,
goal.
again, like he's losing the position as well. He's losing the position as well. Like, you're not counting that. He's losing the position as well.
Okay.
Sorloth had much better link-up play than Julian Alvarez. Again, like
I don't know
I'm
about
coming, I'm coming back to the point. Last two games, Sorloth have been better than Julian Alvarez. Okay. Now, like what I said,
You
like
really want
if
that?
if he continues playing like this, again, like like me,
I am
same case.
watching-
We've been here talking about Sorloth. Like yes, like like when he's not really player like which we can rely on for sure. Yes, but like the last two games, he've been performing well. What I'm doing is like I'm giving him credit for what he's doing. Like you get me. Like for last two games, I'm giving him credit for what he's doing.
Okay, but
And if you're saying like the bare minimum he's doing, like he was pressing well in this match, was pressing well in the previous match. If you're saying that's bare minimum,
Yeah.
Julian Alvarez, like when he's not giving us assist goals, he's doing the same thing, pressing well, helping the team, which Sorloth did for this match as well. So again, I can't say bare minimum. For me,
No.
that's good.
I
You have
love
to
it. Okay,
give
but-
credit.
okay,
You have
okay,
to
but
give credit to him.
I can
Okay.
give credit to Solat in the past match. Not this game. I don't really care about him in this game, right? But look, Alvarez in almost every game that he's played, even in the bad games, creates at least one chance, if not two.
he
Usually,
created 2 chances today.
right. So I didn't even check. He made 2 chances today, right? One for Solat, one for another player. I think it's Nico, right?
Again, he didn't create the chance. Sorloth nutmegged the guy. He dribbled
Okay,
past the guy
wait,
by
Not
himself.
a big chance created, it's a chance created.
No, again, look, like he's not playing him through. Like Sorloth has to dribble past the defender.
Yes.
I
Okay,
have to
but
give
wait.
that to Sorloth.
Wait.
But hey, hold on. Who was pressing in that moment? Alvarez or Solat?
Both of them. Like, if you don't see, if again, both of them. Like,
Okay, but
look. If
Ay, ay,
Alvarez pressed
ay.
them, yes. If Sorloth wasn't pressing, like, you won't find Sorloth in that position.
okay,
Simple.
but wait. We have Sorloth doing today. We say that he has done bare minimum, and you say we have to give him credit. What he's doing is good. Okay, but we've seen this guy score, what was it, 4 goals against Real Sociedad, and we said, okay, yeah, 4 goals. This guy is good enough to keep playing for us. But those goals did not matter at all. The season was already finished, and we're saying, okay, yeah, let's keep this guy because of something that doesn't really matter. So I want him to do something that really matters. I don't want the today's game. For me,
No,
it's less than
Fran.
bare minimum.
Look. I'm just counting the last two matches. PSV today. I'm just counting
Okay.
last two matches. Like, he played better football. Last two matches, like, he was good. I'm just saying this. Last two matches. I'm not counting like the last 10 matches. Last two matches. What do we expect from Sorloth? Pressing up front?
Okay.
Yes. Is it not like the main critic of Sorloth? Like, he doesn't press.
No,
See,
no.
No,
The main
that's not the main
he
criticism of
critic.
doesn't press.
Solat is
Exactly.
no.
Like,
Hold on. The
yeah,
main
go on, Sid,
criticism
yeah.
of Solat is not that he doesn't press, is the fact that he doesn't press alongside the fact that he doesn't finish well. That's the issue. He can do, like, I don't mind if he doesn't press, if he at least does, when he gets his chances, he finishes fairly frequently. That doesn't matter to me. We
Actually,
had
No. Saint Kicks again. Like, no. The criticism in Spanish, football, what Sorloth gets is like he doesn't press.
yeah,
He's like what
not
people
giving
say
anything.
in Spanish football is like Atlético de Madrid plays with 10 men.
Mhm.
Sorloth doesn't press at all, and then like you add like the cherry on the cake is he doesn't finish as well. What I'm saying is he is pressing well. Like,
Okay,
in you
okay,
can't
it took
argue in
17
today's
games.
match.
Okay.
Yeah, like true.
Good job.
Again, I'm just saying last two games has been pressing well. He's been improving, right?
It's
Like, in
17,
again,
year and a half.
yeah, last two games he's been doing well. Again, like, you have to agree, like, he's pressing well in the last two games.
okay, but we
Alex,
have the Spanish media who cares that he is impressing. We have Saint Kicks that cares that he also doesn't finish his chances. And what I care about is that
yeah,
he doesn't do much outside of the box, and even when he gets to the box, he doesn't impose himself. And he's a 195-meter guy.
he's 6'3".
He's a big. He's 90 kilos, and he doesn't impose himself. I don't see him beating his defender physically consistently, and that's more what I care about. So we have three big problems, and a guy that has this many problems, even if he has two good games, one against Real Oviedo,
Mhm.
one, Champions League, good game, and the other against 17th place Valencia. For me, it's not good enough, and I don't think it's bare minimum for now, you know?
Look, let's keep it about Diego Costa and Luis Suarez have been in my club, right? I have
They are different
seen-
level. They are different level. You can't compare that. They are different level. We have
I
to work
can't
with what we have right
because
now. They are different
I
level.
expect I understand that certain players can't do certain things, but it's like if Diego
Okay, wait, he can't. We lost him, but okay.
Anyway, but
I,
yeah, so
I,
go Fran, go on.
I do agree with, yes, we had Diego Costa, Luis Suarez, but let's say Sorloth is not our main man. He's not our Luis Suarez, Diego Costa. So we have to compare him to the second striker, the backup striker, or the less important of the pair. So we have to compare him with what? With guys like Musa Dembele, Kalinic, Saponcic, Gameiro. If you compare him to those guys, yeah, he is quite good. Okay, he does stuff, but we don't have someone better to pair up with Julian Alvarez. We need a guy who can start games and be as good as the pairs we used to have. And I don't think he gives us that. I even prefer if Griezmann starts.
True, like no, Fran. What I'm saying is like like there are talks about Saul leaving us in January, right? So like again, like we don't really know like what would be his replacement. So now, like again, the criticism of Solo was like not pressing. Like we know about the finishing of Solo. Like sometimes it's very good, sometimes it's shit. We all know it. And again, but like the way again, like, but he is contributing in the things which
Alex,
weren't really his part.
for my opinions.
Yeah, I was with you. I was just answering front. I was just answering front because I think, again, I'm mentioning the last two games, just the last two games. Again, because like there are talks about Solid being sold in the January transfer market, and we talked about this Saint Kicks in the preview as well. Like the perfect replacement would be Alvaro Rodriguez, but if he
Short term.
continues like this, if he continues like this as a team player, pressing up front, helping the team, I think I wouldn't like him to leave in January. It would
Okay,
rather
but-
be in the summer transfer window.
Yeah, but
That's what I'm
When
saying.
you make a decision, for players leaving, you cannot judge it based off of current form. You have to judge it based off of the context of the situation. Saul has been here for a year and a half. He scored 24 goals in the first season. He scored, I believe, 5 goals so far this season, right? So he scored roughly 30 goals for Atletico. I don't know how many assists. And in that period of time, has he been a particularly amazing striker for us? No, not really.
No,
When
for
we
sure,
need him
no.
the most,
No.
he hasn't been particularly good. Has he a particularly good presser consistently? No, not really. Has he been worth his money in terms of the 40 million we put on for him? No, not really. Can
Not
you get
really,
a
but-
replacement in the summer for a better version of him? Yes, you can. For sure.
Yes, but winter transfer window, no. Winter transfer window,
But
no.
okay, but
Maybe
you say-
Alvaro Rodriguez,
Can you
but
even
no.
say, all right, as a player who is 6'4", who is very powerful, right, who's capable of basically flattening players in front of his weight, does he impose himself particularly well in the box? Is he really good at doing headers? Is his profile actually being used? Not really. What do I do when I have a player who's getting paid upwards of $3 million a year, right, or euros a year, who's functionally useless in my team, who is one of the main strikers, who is Alvarez left City because he didn't want to be behind a Norwegian striker. He's doing the same shit here for a worse version of Haaland. What is going on?
Okay, but
We played
wait.
someone else,
Again, look, Senkis, again, like I'm not saying again, like you're taking sort of for the context of the rest of the 16, 17 games. I'm just taking
Yes.
for the last two games.
Okay.
Again,
Sorry. I
just
got
the last two
heated.
games.
Okay.
I'm just taking for the
Wait.
last two games.
Wait.
Last two games.
Yes.
Alex, you say that he is a squad player. You know, he's playing as a squad player.
Mhm.
So if I get an offer for a squad player for $35 million from the Premier League right now in winter, I am selling him. I don't even think about it once.
Yeah,
Like, if
but
I
like
want
no,
to-
Fran, like who do you replace him with? Answer to it.
Mateta
Who
is
would you
trying to
replace
leave
him with?
Crystal Palace, right? Crystal Palace want to sell him for about 50 million. We sell Tollot to Crystal Palace. I don't even care to replace him, to be honest with you. I just need
Look,
it gone.
look. If look, no. Again, like if we're getting good money for him, like I'm all in for it. But like the thing is, like, who do we sell him for? Like like sorry, who do we replace him for?
Okay.
Who would you replace him?
So the question of who do you replace him for has to follow up by what is he to Atletico, and is he even a useful person for Atletico?
Again, I'm
so you
again,
have to tie
I'm gonna
back to-
mention
so now it's not-
again. I'm gonna mention like like for me, like again, like if he continues to perform like the last two games, for
for the
me,
rest of the
he's
6 months.
for the rest of the 6 months. Yes, he stays for the winter transfer window. I'm just taking the context in the last two games. Yes.
Okay.
If he performs at the same level, you guys have to agree with me. If he performs at the same level, I'm not saying the rest like 15 games or anything. Just the last two games. If he performs the same way, would you guys keep him at the club until the summer? Yes or no?
Alex, if he performed this level that he played for PSV for the entire 6 months, I'd give you money. I don't believe you'll do it.
Okay, but wait. No, what Sorlo? he's a huge guy who can potentially win headers, who can be a powerful striker for us.
Mhm.
He isn't doing that particularly or consistently. So if we sell him,
No. Fran.
he
Again. Last two games. We're not talking about like
okay,
15 games. Last two games.
okay. But in the last two games, we are not talking about him as this powerful guy who holds the ball, who imposes himself physically. We're talking about the guy who has been pressing well, who scored goals, who made a good assist. So if I get an offer to sell him, I will sell him and will replace him with another thing. I don't know, Raspadori. Raspadori is not a huge guy, so I'm not replacing that, but Sorloth isn't doing what a huge guy does right now,
Mhm.
which is what he's getting praised for, So I don't think I will lose much if I sell him and keep Raspadori, But
I-
whatever.
But no.
If we, if,
There
if,
will
if he
be
played,
there will be games, Fran. There will be games where we would need a profile like Solot, for sure.
sure. Is he playing in those specific games every time? No, he's playing all the time for no reason. Like this,
True. But again, you guys are taking again. I'm mentioning last two games. You're not taking that in context.
if Solot played the level that he played in the last two games, is he going to be better than Griezmann at his top form? Yes or no?
But is Griezmann on his top form right now?
I mean, he just scored us the winner goal, no?
True, but like even Solot. But
No.
again,
We're talking about last game.
Yeah, we talk about the last
no,
game.
no, no,
Okay.
no,
Let's get-
again, guys, look. Okay, like second half, we also like Solot won most of the headers, right or no?
Talking about the first half.
Not in the first, second half. Did he win or not?
No.
talking about
But
the second half.
second
We're
half,
gonna
we're
ignore
going
the
to talk later.
Second half, I'm going in all
He
for
won
it right
most of
now.
his headers.
Second half, they do not. Did he create the chance for Griezmann in the second half? Yes or no?
No, he did not. What are you talking about? No.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
No,
did.
he did not. Not even a little
I can.
bit.
Yes, he did. I can send you a clip. Yes, he did.
I've watched that clip a million
Yes,
times.
yes, he did. Yes,
Alex,
he did.
you can credit Solat how much you want. Solat was not involved in that play. Not only did he not hold up any
Look,
players, Griezmann made a run
look.
pulling two players immediately, and he still managed to control and score their goal. Don't undermine that
look.
goal and prop up Solat. Don't do that at all.
No. What I'm saying is like, again, like the last two games. Again, I'm not saying Flores is the like world's best
That's
striker
great.
or like whatever. I'm not saying like he's like world's best striker or whatever. But I'm saying
Right.
like like I'm giving him credit for what he's done. So like I will defend him for sure.
Okay.
Again, in this game for me, he was the better forward than Julian Alvarez in this game.
You've overstepped. You've stepped the line.
No. He was a better forward than Julian Alvarez for this game. For
What we
sure.
should do? Okay, so let's talk
For
briefly
sure,
about
he
the
would
second
like.
half.
I have stats to back me up. I have stats to back me up
Okay. So
for this game. For this game, yes, I have stats to back me up.
let's briefly talk about the second half and why it is that it was so different to the first half, right? The first half, we were struggling to build up, and Solat and Alvarez, both of them functionally were useless in the first half, right? We can both agree on that,
Yeah.
right? When Solat was shown in the ball, it was him making an off-the-ball run from a straight chance that Barrios or Alvarez has managed to drop deep and get the ball out of the build-up into a real dangerous chance, and we managed to counter-attack well. I'm not going to fault Solat for the first half. That's not his fault. That is a problem of the system, because if we can reliably build up, Solat doesn't have to do too much. All he has to do is finish. Likewise with Alvarez. That's what they're there for, right? But Alvarez has to drop deep because Nico isn't helping on the left. And then Barrios has to do extra work because Molina is just doing nonsense. Second half comes in. Pubill is now at the right back. Lenormand is at the centre back. Now all of a sudden, the build-up is very different. As a response, Alvarez gets much more involved into the play, has a great 10 minutes, and we completely dominate Valencia, as we should have done. We're home against a relegation team. This should have been, in that 10 minutes, arguably we had a few chances created, but more so than that, we had complete possession. Solat had his moments in that period of time where he was passing and he was doing well-ish, but Alvarez was almost pivotal for that. Alvarez then comes off in the three-man subs. We completely lose the sense of the game and we concede in less than 3 minutes after those subs. Immediately, right? In that period of time between that goal and Griezmann's goal, I cannot tell you what we did well as a team, not specifically Solat, as a team. Gallagher is not the level of Barrios in the midfield. Almada, while doing a decent-ish job in terms of the thing, is more of a bare minimum difference compared to Nico, where I didn't expect to see, and I didn't see much of Nico in terms of the actual plays. And then Griezmann is doing a decent job at being Alvarez in the build-up and these other things. But even that is not ideal because Alvarez is faster, he's younger. You would ideally want both of them to riff off of each other, not separated. But Pubill is a great player. He sees Griezmann in a great position, makes a perfect ball right to Griezmann. Griezmann does something special. We get a goal from nothing. We don't create chances between then and then after that. We don't do anything at all. That wasn't a good game. That wasn't a smart game tactically by Simeone at all. I don't know what those subs were. Did we make a sub after that either?
No.
No. I think it's but like I agree with the fact that like the one thing he got right was like the Molina substitution.
Yes.
And this like I didn't like it, but like I can understand him because again, like Julian Alvarez was looking tired, subbed him off for sure. Like Griezmann coming on, right? But like the midfield, Barrios for Almada, that didn't really look good for me. Because again, if you want to bring in like midfielder, like I think like it should be if you're protecting or if you're looking for if you're protecting a 1-0 lead, because again the goal we conceded was after we made the substitution. So for me, the right substitution for Johnny Cardoso, but we didn't really bring him on. Thiago Almada, again, we saw it on the Beltrán goal as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thiago Almada, we can't really expect Thiago Almada to tackle that. So we can see
he is a left. He's supposed to be on the left midfield, having to drop deep because Gallagher can't cover his part of the midfield. That is, you can't, as you say, you can't really blame him. You know.
True. So again, I can't blame Koke as well. Koke is so slow. Like Koke can't, do the press job on Beltrán as well, because like when the move started, Koke was closer to Beltrán, and then again, how Valencia made the move, Koke was very slow. I can't blame him. Can't blame Thiago Almada as well, because Thiago Almada is not a midfielder kind of sort. So you can't blame him for not making the tackle as well. So what I can do is like Koke. Do I blame Koke? I can't really. Like again, Beltrán, a very good finish from outside the box.
Yeah.
Beating Oblak, it's not easy. I don't know who to blame, to be honest. Like maybe I should credit Valencia for this one, but I don't know who to blame for this one.
There's no one to blame. It was just bad decision from Simeone.
True. And again, I think Valencia deserved a goal for sure, because the way they were playing, they deserved a goal. Because again, we were not really creating anything. After the goal we conceded, we actually wake up, we have to do something. And after that, we started creating. We started to have that ball in the Valencia's half, and then Giuliano started to take on the fullbacks, and then Ruggeri with the crosses, David Hansko with the crosses, Griezmann, and again Marc Pubill, a fantastic game.
How are we almost an hour into this and we haven't finished the second?
It was 20 minutes talking about Sorloth.
Again, that's a different debate, but yeah, again, we have our own opinions. But for me, Sorloth definitely had a much better game than Julian Alvarez in this game. In this game,
I don't agree.
Just in this game.
Okay, I don't agree, but even if that wasn't the case, it's I don't understand Simeone's decision, right? Solat is not a particularly good header of the ball.
Yeah.
He wants the ball to the feet like Alvarez, right? We want to play good build-up. Why are you doing these things where in almost every situation we're putting the entire football is a weak link sport. If you put a weak link in the team, the whole team has to suffer as a result. That's not a smart idea. And you put effectively 3 weak links with Solid. But on a serious note, it's we have players on the bench who can easily change the game from This is a weak link into a we're going to dominate. Fran has said this like twice or three times in the past like three episodes. Why are we not trying to dominate these teams? We are a very good team. We have a very good squad. We have very good players. We have the ability, even with these injuries, to dominate these games. Valencia is near relegation. This is actually the 2-1 result is happy in the sense of that, okay, Barcelona could have lost points today. Not that they did, but they could have lost points today and we could have gotten something out of it. But this is not sustainable. You can't do this every time that you have to make a sub to correct a mistake that you knew from the lineup. This can't keep happening. That's all. I have nothing else to say on your thing. I've talked too much on the debate of Solar.
Yeah,
Fran, take
but
over.
no, yeah. I mean, the main thing that went wrong are the substitutions. Those three substitutions. The main thing is that you took off Barrios and Julian. Who Barrios? Well, we know Barrios is pretty much our best player in midfield. Julian, in my opinion, was playing quite well when he was dropping deep and grabbing the ball. But these are some of our two best players, and you replace them with players that don't really replace their quality. And well, you were talking about who is to blame in the goal. Well, I don't think there is someone specifically to blame in the goal, but Beltrán was combining with the other player who was the one with Almeida. They were combining around the zones that usually Barrios defends, and he wasn't there. For me, Gallagher is always thought of as a player, that he has the dog in him, he's super aggressive. But for me, when he's defending in the block, he's the most passive defender of all time. Okay, maybe when he presses up top, he is aggressive. But when he's defending in the block, he's super passive. So maybe the mistake happens through there, but those three substitutions completely killed our momentum because you all said that we were dominating the ball when Molina was subbed off. It killed momentum, and then we went on to hurry mode. We needed a goal. Oh no. And we started, doing those crosses, playing more direct. At least we got the goal with a direct ball into the box, which I don't like. As you said, I want the team to dominate these teams that are struggling and are around the bottom of the table. But well, yeah, we won, but you have that bittersweet taste.
It's the same kind of feel as the PSV game before. It's like we played well, right? In terms of the overall thing, but it's like, could you say comfortably if we played that exact game in that same stadium again that we would win with the same starting lineup and everything and the subs and everything? I can't say that, and I can't say the same with today. Actually, even if we played this at Valencia, we'd probably lose.
Yeah, but the main positive for us is that Valencia are doing very bad. They aren't on good form. PSV, yes, they are in good form. They have better players. So you can say that maybe Valencia is a really weak side, and if we had a better opponent, we would have lost. Luckily, our next opponent is Copa del Rey game, so it should be fairly easy.
Okay.
True, but yes, I definitely agree. Like the games like this, like we should dominate. But maybe we were tired because the PSV game. Because again, that's very rare to see Atletico de Madrid pressing for the entire 70-80 minutes. That's very rare. Maybe players were tired. You can question with the substitution of Barrios, Julian Alvarez. But I think it's mostly because of the tiredness.
There's a few players on there who want some minutes, like Raspadori and Carlos Martin, who have the legs.
True. And we had one more substitution left. For me, I think it was much better. If we can substitute Giuliano or Koke, because they were lacking legs, and that was clearly seen in the first goal as well. The Valencia scored. Koke had again it was Koke's guy to mark. He lost the guy. And then Beltrán literally runs after, and then again Thiago Almada was the closest one to him. And again, you can't expect a defensive midfielder kind of a tackle from Thiago Almada. he went past him very easily, and then he scored a banger against us. So again, like I think again we've talked about this so many times. Giuliano in the second half, the last 10-15 minutes, Giuliano do need a guy to replace him, and you do have a guy to replace him. Carlos Martin, Raspadori, you can play any one of it. But yeah, Simeone doesn't really bring him on. So you can definitely argue on it. But anyway, good 3 points. The last home game of the season. We got the 3 points. Job done. Good. We can move on to Copa del Rey. Again, it was again Atletico. Again, Baleares. I don't know like how to pronounce that name. Baleares.
Baleares.
Baleares. Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect. So I think like we won't do the preview of the match again because again mostly I think it would be academy players, but we will do the review of the match, and we will also add one more topic. We will add the players Simeone has given chance to from academy, like where are they now and everything from his era to until now. For example, Javi Serrano, Lucas Hernandez.
That's a lot of players, by the way.
That's a lot of yes, yeah. So that's one special episode. Like we will definitely come up with all the academy players Simeone has given chance to, and where are they now? So again, I mean, yes, there are a lot of players, but again, like like not all of them have actually like come up with a good level. Like Barrios, Lucas Hernandez, you know. So we will talk about that. But let's just move on to the next topic because again, this video would go on and on. Ratings right now. Oblak. Let's go. Let's start with Oblak.
Not much to do, to be honest. When he was called for, he was alright. Like a 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10. Huh?
6. Yeah, 6.
Yeah, 6.
I agree. 6. Molina.
Terrible. I don't know what to say. 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there.
4 probably.
3.5 for me. 3.5.
Okay.
Marc Pubill. 9.
Head.
9.
Whatever.
It would have been a 10 if we kept
He won
a
us the
clean
game.
sheet.
He won us the game.
Sure, but again, it would have been a 10 if he kept a clean sheet. That's why.
Yeah, but he wasn't playing centre back. If he was playing centre back, we would have kept a clean sheet.
True, but
moved
again,
to
like
right.
again, I have to give him a 9.
That shows once again that Armando is not quite the level of Pubill. You feel me?
9. I'll still have to give him a 9.
I'm giving him a 10. Brilliant game.
Okay. David Hashko.
7. I think
8.
he had a decent game.
8 for me. 8 for me. 8.
For me, 7 as well. I don't think he was 8 level.
Okay. Ruggeri.
5. I feel like it's fair. Our first half was a little too atrocious for me to forget, but the second half was decent. But
I was going to say 6.
5.5. I'll go with 5.5, like in the middle of you guys. Giuliano.
probably same rating. I think 5 as well. I think he was okay.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, nothing to talk about. Actually, I should give him a 6 because he was helping out a lot defensively for Molina.
But again, we don't need any other player than Nico Gonzalez. Like we need someone offensively as well. So again, like I agree with Fran. It was 1-5. Giuliano was great until the injury. He was great. Like he was our player to look forward to. The Real Betis, he did good. Osasuna, he did very good. He was giving us the
before the
assist.
injury. Before
He
the
was
injury,
very
he
good.
had Llorente.
Very good. True.
Yes.
Before the injury, he
True.
had Llorente behind.
True. But again, like again, you have to do you really rely on one player? Like you should step up on yourself.
I mean,
Hey,
whatever.
you-
We'll talk about that later. Barrios.
Koke and Barrios. Koke scored the goal, so I think I'll give him an 8. Barrios
Oh, yeah, I
again.
forgot.
Barrios, I think again another good game, 7. Nico Gonzalez again, I don't know what to do, like 5, because again defensively it's the same thing with Nico Gonzalez. 5.
4.
4. Yes, 4.
Julia. Oh, this is the debate. Julian Alvarez and so on. What's he rated?
I mean, you know my rating. Like I'll definitely give Salah much more than Julian for sure. Now you guys can have different for sure.
I think Alvarez was like a 6.5 or a 7. I think he wasn't really visible in the first half. When he was visible in the second half, he was really good. And then Timmy subbed him off. So I don't know what to
Yeah, well,
say.
6.5 probably. Is what-
Yeah.
And Sorloth closer to between 5.5 and 6 for me.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I would give Soloth a 6. I would give Julian Alvarez a 5.5.
Okay.
Okay,
Nothing too
subs.
crazy. We had all of that debate for like barely any difference in terms of actual.
No, but still,
For
look,
a
look,
0.5
look,
difference.
look. Yeah, no, like my point is like like my literally point is like we should give credit like where it is needed. Like Soloth did the pressing very well. Like when Alvarez like not creating any chance when he's not assisting, we credit him for pressing up front because he is contributing in other way. And in this game for me, Soloth in the second half did the same thing. So like I'm giving him credit for that thing.
I feel
That's
like
what I'm saying.
I feel
Because
like
in
he did
other
really mean-
games he's not in other games he's not really doing that. Like he's not scoring, he's not assisting, he's not pressing as well. He's not doing anything. So for sure, like we've been over here talking about this, like Soloth is there for nothing. But in this game, he's actually showing something for the team. That's where I'm giving him credit for. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I feel like if you could get this level or even a higher level than this out of Solar consistently, you kind of have to now sit down and say, all right, well, let's fix the other parts of the issues in the team because he's managed to fix himself, right? And you have to address the left-hand side because it's a glaring and obvious problem. Ruggieri so far at his very best has been almost exclusively as defensive. He hasn't been able to show much offensively throughout the season because if he makes a forward run, nobody's covering him, so he doesn't bother. And there's also almost nobody actually linking up with him. So if Almada's not on the pitch, he's not going to make the run, or even Raspadori, right? So now the next question is, okay, well, how do I get the best out of Ruggieri and how do I get the best out of the quote-unquote left-hand flank because Nico Gonzalez isn't doing it. So that has to be something to address. And then next side is, on the right-hand side is, okay, just a very simple thing, stop playing Molina. Okay, like point blank and simple. We have Pubill, we have Lenormand. Lenormand has shown to not be as good of a defender as Pubill, even though Pubill's only played like 2 games. So let me not be too harsh on Lenormand. But
I mean, Robin Lenormand was good. Robin Lenormand, before the injury, Robin Lenormand was very good. Like he was scoring goals. He was defensively was playing good as well.
Sure. I don't know about all that.
Real Madrid, Frankfurt. Again, I can go on and on. But yes,
he was
but,
scoring goals, not defending.
Yeah.
No, he was doing it. Like
what happened? Remember
the
when
only again the only question was like Nahuel Molina coming in for Llorente. That was like the main problem.
Look, Lenormand is
where Marc Pubill has had to come out for Llorente.
Right. Lenormand as a player is not so bad that I actually care that deeply about him not being any like he's not a liability. He's not a net boon, but he's not a liability. You feel me? Molina is a liability. Longley is a liability. I don't want to see them on the pitch. I can tolerate Lenormand. I can't tolerate the other two. Because Molina this season has been very bad defensively. And the irony is, these are the better games that he's had so far this season because every other game, he's been atrocious. So, if you have Pubill, who's, as Simeone said, will make to the Spanish national team, you play him. If you have Lenormand back, you play him. Whenever you get Jimenez, you'll play him. But whatever we decide to do in terms of the lineup and if we rotate and all these other things, cool. But for now, fix that. We'll try and see if we can get the best out of Giuliano in that period of time, or if we need to sub him out from time to time, whatever it is. But the forward for that backline is a simple don't play Molina. And we'll figure out something else out.
True. I definitely agree. Like, the recent news is like, like Atleti was looking like the priority for the winter transfer window was a left back. Like, I agree with that as well. But I think we should look at the right back position as well. Because again, unless and until like Simeone is like for sure, like Llorente and Marc Pubill, 2 players, that's it. Not including Molina.
I think
then I think like right back position is completely, like done. But like
the midfield is to me is a super priority. Like
Yeah.
because Koke, we've said this. Koke is not on his best level right now because he's managed to, even though he scored today, ironically, right? He's still he doesn't have the legs that he's been able to show because he's playing too many
defensively,
games.
defensively, yes. We need to look for a player.
And it's the same thing with Barry. Barry, you said Barry was not injured. He's tired today.
What are
Tired,
the
yeah,
chances?
tired.
What are the chances that we do not look for a midfielder in the window, move Pubill to right back, and use Llorente as a midfielder?
There's chances, and I don't even like Llorente as a midfielder per se.
That can work. No, I mean, I'll take it. Llorente in midfield, I can take it. I can really take it. Yeah, Fran had a very good point over there. Pubill to the right back.
I was
and
asking a
Llorente in
question.
midfield.
I think we have to bring a midfielder. I was just asking the question, like, what are the chances that Simeone does this? Another thing he can do if Giuliano doesn't improve his level, Llorente can easily play as an attacker on the
True.
right side and Pubill
True.
as a right back. There
True,
are
I
chances.
agree.
There are.
I agree.
I just
agree, I
prefer
agree.
if we don't have to do too much when it comes to these things. It's like I shouldn't have to make Llorente have to do other positional shifts when I want him as my right back right now. You know what I mean? I want this player here.
Guys, let's save this for
Oh,
midweek.
sure.
Let's discuss this in midweek.
There's
Yeah,
there's a
it's
there's a
Okay.
whole
getting too
transfer
long.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
getting this is getting too long. But yeah, I think we should end this over here. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, queries, they can leave in the comment section and do let us know your opinions as well. We will continue this debate, by the way. It's a very long debate.
You're gonna have to name this videos the Great Solo debate.
The base of the yeah, we will have this debate continue for midweek. I mean, we won't do the preview of the match against Atletico Baleares, but we will have the review of the match. Hopefully, we win that match because again, that would be again a different thing going on if we lose that match. Because you guys remember, like like when we played a Copa del Rey match, we lost to a team in second division or something.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
I hope. Yeah,
It
I
was
hope
in
we.
2020, 2021, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I hope we win this match, and then yeah, we can continue this thing going on. Because otherwise, we have to talk about the match. But yeah, anyway, I hope we win the match in the midweek, and then yeah, we'll continue this debate. Until then, I would just say, Opa Atleti, and like and subscribe. We'll see you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.